Alright, I thought I would do a little end of the year wrap up video just kind of for my own documentation, obviously, because you guys haven't been here the whole year at all. This is my last pay stub of the year. It's my last paycheck that will be just 2021 on it. So we're going to call this my end of the year wrap up. I'm going to count everything else on my next paycheck towards 2022 for my own purposes, and I have kind of blocked out everything that is identifiable, hopefully. I don't really want to get into like where I work and things like that because it's a whole corporation and whatever. Okay, I'm just talking to myself. So, what I'm really most looking forward to in 2022 is getting rid of all of these things. I went from being hourly to being salary in like the middle of the year, so a lot of this stuff won't apply as much. So I will have a much cleaner earnings tab. I look at my pay stub every week. I'm interested in these things. I'm a budget nerd, as you may notice by this entire channel. But so I've got a ton of different things on here that accounted for my income, which equaled up to $55,456.25, which I'm really excited about because this is the first year, I think, in my entire life where I have not worked a second job. For this whole calendar year, I worked one job, start to finish. So this is definitely the most earnings I've had in one job, and that's really exciting. My salary is just about 57,000, but I mean, I got pretty darn near that, only getting that salary for half the year just due to overtime and things like that, as you can see here. Overtime was a huge chunk. My stock gains, my training pay, and then last week I was out with COVID, and I'm so glad I work for a company that really takes care of me in that way because they just paid out my hours even though I was home. I did work from home some, but definitely not a full 40 hours, but they just wanted to take care of me while I was isolating, and I will probably work for this company forever just because they are so kind in the way that they take care of the people who work for them. So that's really nice. This is just my earnings and income in any way. I used to get tips and things like that, so that was kind of on here. It's not anymore because I don't qualify now that I'm salary, but we're good to go. I've got my vacation grant here, my sick time available to me, all of that on there. These are my deductions for the year. Like I said, I live in New York City, so I've got like 3 different categories for New York City tax. It's crazy, but I love it. I'm probably not going to move anytime soon. So that's just what I've paid for the year towards taxes, which is exciting and fun. And I've also got just what I've contributed towards my 401k, what I paid towards my, this is my only transportation cost. So $1,500 for the year. Grateful to live in New York City, which has, one of the best, well, I mean, the MTA fights sometimes, but $1,500 a year for my entire transportation costs is incredible. I was paying for life insurance, and then when I became salary, my company took over that cost, which is amazing. And then this is my entire healthcare coverage cost for the whole year. This is weekly, this is the whole year. And then this is a company funded things that I contribute to. And then my stock units, my 401k. I had a 401k loan, never doing that again. That I paid off this year. I used it to pay off my car, which was whatever. Never doing that again. And that's that. And then I also have this kind of little, let me drop this in where you can actually see it. These are my financial goals that I just kind of keep track of, things that I want to do, pay off my student loans, obviously. I want to get up to $100,000 a year before I always said before I'm 30, but that's, this September, so we'll see how that goes. I want to have really interested in the FIRE movement, Fat FIRE specifically, just living lavishly and not having to work if I don't want to. I like work, I probably will continue to work. I put in Save for Kids College. I don't have kids, I'm not married, but it is something that I know my parents wish they could have done for me, something I want to do for my kids. And I keep track of my retirement accounts, how they fall into the Fat FIRE model, 4% withdrawal. If I retired today, if I could live off of $81 a month, I could retire today. I can't. I cannot. But I like to know where I stand in that. Not well, but that's where I stand. And then I really pulled this out so I could drop this in here. And that is where we are at. Because I'm not saving for this right this moment, we'll just put a 0. Obviously, it's not something I'm even really working towards right now. I want to tackle these first, but in my lifetime, over the next 5 years, maybe that is something I want to do. So that's where we're at the end of 2021. These numbers are scary in some ways, but also knowing them and really keeping track of it is a huge step ahead of where I was this time last year. So I feel grateful to be on this journey, because when I wasn't on this journey, the looming doubt and insecurity really weighed down heavy on me, and now I feel like anything is possible. That's my quick end of year check-in. Thanks very much.